Hey peeps, happens to be a fine Monday here in Ohio. Scotty G decided I got to do a little bit of something. It's a little boring, elbow sore, so it's kind of hard to golf. So we're going to do more building. And what do you do when you got a bunch of that scrap? I'm going to make a table. Let's see what we can do with that mess. Actually, what I'm going to wind up building is a 20 by 20 by 20 side table for my patio. I'll show it to you. I don't really have a lot of sponsorships, but I do like drinking this Body Armor Orange Mango, so tag it up, people. So, people, for my outside edge, I've got some pieces that are just a little bit over 20 inches from my other project that I made, so I'm just going to clamp these together so that I can make one even cut and everything will be nice. So I don't have to worry about edges or anything. So pop that over to 45. I can afford to just nip off the edge of this. You probably can't see the laser. I can on that side. Transfer a clamp to the other half so nothing moves. That's nice. That's the piece I got to cut off. Make sure I got the angle right so I can pop this one right off. Nothing moved. Now all I got to do is swap this around to 45. Uh-oh. Sometimes, there we go. And look at that. Just like a charm. And I get that. Now I got 4 pieces cut exactly the same that I can use for my frame. Oh. I knew I wanted to be 20 square, so that's my frame that I cut. Just taped it together to hold it in place, and I also had a bunch of these pieces that were 17 and a half. I can use those pieces for my support for the top. That's got my frame that goes all the way around. Then, right, imagine on the other side, I'll just keep running pieces like that. That'll be my tabletop. So hang on for the joyride. Got my 9 pieces cut to fit in there. Basically, I got a 1/4 inch gap between each one. Just wanted to see what it looks like. Yeah, I got a couple of pieces of wood. Unfortunately, I ran out of all my scrap 1x2s. So I had a couple of prime pieces of 1x2, and maybe I'll just, I'm going to kind of mock it up and paint it. Maybe I'll just leave those 3 white stripes in there. Paint everything else blue and 3 white stripes. We'll see what it looks like. Anyways, I'm going to do some painting. Just gluing up some of the blue pieces. You can see my pencil mark. I decided I'm going to have the center and the ends white. So it'll be like that. Figured out my spacing by using this screw head. It turns out to be perfect. So each one of these is spaced. A little glue on there. I'm going to let that set a little bit. Then I'll screw them in from the back side so they don't go anywhere. Don't really got to worry about it. It's just a tabletop, but probably a screw here and there just to be safe. Then again, I'll get all the blue ones in, put a top coat of paint on. I can stick this white one here, put my frame around the edge. Catch up, people. I actually just got the center of my table because that's where I want this white one. And coincidentally, the screw head is the perfect width to separate these. And I got this back where it was because I put a few in. I just want to show you what I did on this side. Look at that, see? Okay. So, I got that going. Reach over here for my other pieces. And I know full well I'm going to be about like that. So, I take myself a little bit of glue. Of course, upside down I'd show you it's my Titebond. I've got a line I drew over here for my offset so I can line everything up. So that one's perfect. So I can take that out. Just go to my next one. Basically the same thing. Tape the old Titebond. Yeah, you're probably like, Scotty, how come you're not spreading that out? Well, I could, but I'm not really gluing everything that tight together, so I don't have to. You gotta make sure. See what I'm saying? Look at that. Perfect. Occasionally I come over here and line that up. I'll show you so they look really good. I got one more for now. The reason I'm doing these parts first is because I am going to put a couple of white contrasting pieces in that I got. Let me get over here and get my other one. And I want to put another coat of paint on here before, put a top coat of paint on this stuff before I put that other white one, put the white ones on. It looks about right. Good guess there. Tied on that end. See, I can even be a magician. That's perfect. So, I think I'm good. See what I'm doing here? Everything there's all lined up nice and straight. So when I put my edge on, oh, that would shift it a hair. When I put my frame around it, it'll look great. So I just got to clamp this up, and you saw the pictures. I just put a little piece of scrap wood across here, toss my clamp underneath, same on the other side, put a paint can in the middle, just give it enough pressure so it gets tight for a little while till I put screws in. That's it. Just show you what it looks like with a little blue paint on. Obviously, like I said, I left these gaps out because I've got 3 white strips I want to put in there. And to make it really, really clean and sharp, I put this whole thing together without those white strips. It was pretty easy to put this picture frame type design around the pieces I set in. I've got it gapped already, so that's all really nice. They'll just slide right in place. I guess I should learn to talk. Got a few leg supports that I got put on. The braces are drying, so when this is all nice and dry, all I got to do is put these 2 supports on, and then put my white pieces in, and I'll show you the finished product. Anyways, that's what a side table looks like when you're done. Nice height, nice color. My touch was just leaving out these 3 spaces to put in the white ones when it was all assembled. See ya.